I didn't like doing this at all. And I am sharing this with you because you may not want to do this, but it is beneficial and I want to share with you why. Hey, I'm Allison Lee and I help millennial moms with immigrant parents recreate generational patterns to who they are currently and who they want to be so that they have more of the relationships that they truly desire and thought was once impossible. Follow me for more. So the thing I want to share with you, I had a really hard time asking for help. I've always thought that asking for help was one, it made me feel weak. It made me think that I couldn't do it on my own, and I learned either culturally, personality wise, or my stubbornness was just so strong that I really thought I could do everything on my own and that I could fix everything. So I didn't want to ask for help because that made me feel weak. And then being second gen, there was this lesser than feeling that I had to reprogram and change because that is not true. And that stopped me from asking for help because I didn't want an additional thing to be added on to my list of things that I needed help with in my family or for myself. I wanted to prove that I could do everything on my own, which was not helpful. The second reason why it was hard for me to ask for help and why this is important for you to hear is I learned along the way that when I asked for help or when I shared what my feelings were at a very young age is that I didn't get the support that I wanted. So instead of asking people for things and then feeling disappointed and hurt and making a story out of what it means that they didn't support me or help me in the way that I wanted, I just stopped asking for help. For the most part, right? I purposely tried not to ask for help because it just was more disappointing and more hurtful when I did ask and didn't get it. So I learned to shut that part off and I learned to suppress it. The first and the second reason combined is not a good recipe for feeling supported and not feeling like you're alone. If you feel like you are alone and that no one understands you, you're probably right. You're probably right that you do feel alone and that no one understands you, but for the wrong reasons. For the reasons of not sharing and not communicating and not doing it messy, right? Because we expect that people will understand us right away, and that's not true. There's gonna be a back and forth. When I'm talking to someone, I have to have this back and forth of, no, this is what I mean. That's what I mean, right? So then to someone safe and supportive, I still have to clarify. So to someone who may need more support in understanding you, you're gonna have to clarify. So that is actually not helpful in just isolating and not sharing at all. So the reprogramming that I want you to think about, if you're open to it, is how can I share and share messy? How can they help but help imperfectly so that I can get help maybe if I need to, or at the very least I'm saying it out loud so that I gain more clarity in what it is that I'm feeling and needing, even if no one else understands me. And that is the beauty of reprogramming your thoughts. You get to actually have different outcomes and have relationships that you once thought was impossible. So I invite you to join my priority list so that we can do more of this work together, and I break down the step by step so that you can actually use this in real time and feel more supported and have more of the relationships that you want without feeling like you're alone and without feeling like no one understands you. So comment list and I will send you the link to get on my priority list so that we can do this work together.